Today's movements are focused on strength. Now this helps with everyday movements, things like getting up off the couch or even getting out of the bath.
So today we're going to look at a strength exercise for our legs, but before we do that, we're going to do some mobilization for our knees and ankles. So our first exercise is going to be knee raises. So you might want to do this holding onto a chair or holding onto the kitchen bench. First of all, just take your feet hip width apart, standing nice and relaxed, good posture, lengthening up through the crown of your head. Holding on if you need to, all you're going to do is raise one knee up till it gets to about hip height and then lower under control. Swapping sides. Each time we do it, we just transfer our body weight over to the other side and then we raise back up. You want to do this nice and slow and controlled, and you're just trying to get a nice bend in those hips and in those knees. You want to aim to do around 10 reps on each side before slowly bringing your feet back together at hip distance.
So our next exercise is sit to stand. So you're going to need a chair for this exercise. Stand in front of your chair, feet at hip distance and parallel, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Now before you go to a seated position, always make sure you can feel the chair with the backs of your legs. In this position, you're going to push your hips back, come into a seated position. From here, bum walk forwards, pushing through your feet and your big muscles on the tops of your legs, drive yourself up to that neutral standing position. Again, feel for the chair on the backs of the legs and come to a seated position. We're going to aim to do about 10 of these. Always come into that neutral standing position before sitting back down again. So if you do find this a little bit difficult, you can put your hands onto the sides of the chair to help push up. But again, we'll always want to focus on the feet and the legs rather than pushing from the arms. And last one. And relax.
So because we've just worked them big quad muscles in the front part of our leg, we're now going to give them a stretch. So you might want to use a chair to hold onto, or a kitchen bench. So coming next to the chair, all we're going to do from this position is transfer body weight into one foot and lift the other leg up off the floor, bending it up towards your backside. From that position, take a nice firm grip of your shoe or your ankle, standing up nice and tall. We want to keep our knees together to feel that stretch in the front part of the leg. If you don't feel the stretch in that position, you might just want to push your hips forward slightly. We're going to hold that stretch for about 10 to 15 seconds before returning that leg down to the floor and swapping sides. So again, transfer the body weight over to the other side, lift that foot up, grab a hold of the foot if you can. If you can do this without holding on, then that might give yourself a little bit more of a challenge, but make sure that you are steady on your feet. Again, hold for 10 to 15 seconds before placing your feet back on the floor, hip distance.
By carrying out these exercises every day, you will notice improvements in your strength and balance.
And don't forget, you can check out the Gateshead Older People's Assembly website, or you can give them a call. They would absolutely love to hear your opinions on what you've thought of the past couple of months' daily exercise features.